everybody. So for this project and this video, I'm going to be using the new Traci Reed SB Designs kit called Adventures Together. And of course, I'm going to document some adventures with my husband. This one was, I think, our last bike ride in 2020. We actually went 10 miles, so I'm going to do an 8.5 by 11 for this one. And then this is just a quick traveler's notebook page to start off July in my personal traveler's notebook. I also have all of the planner stickers that I use my Cameo to cut out, and I think I'm getting the hang of it because it only took me one try for each sheet, so that is awesome. So I am going to switch over to VoiceOver and get started on these two projects, and I hope you enjoy.
Okay, so I forgot to mention too that I planned out both of these projects in Photoshop Elements beforehand, so I kind of know where everything's going to go. I did wind up printing these pattern papers a little too big, and so I'm just trimming them off, and I am going with the really bright orange and yellow and red, and then I have one of the pattern papers for the background. And I am just looking through my tray for some different pieces that could match and go with the spread. I'm mainly going to stick with those fun hearts that have like the hollow middle, and then also some of the die cut flowers. I am going to bend the edges. I used to do that a lot with my hybrid papers just to give it a little more dimension. I don't always do it, but I decided to do it for this page. So I am just layering on all those papers, a red at the far back, then the orange, and then the yellow. And I'm just going to put the yellow sticking out on the left-hand side, making a cluster up at the top with that compass. The compass was not on any of the Cameo sheets, but I just fussy cut it. So I'm going to make a cluster up there. I'm going to make one down in the bottom corner of the photo and then over on the journaling card as well. And I am going to, well, no, I actually picked out another flower so that way I could have a total of 3 flowers to use. I'm also going to crumple the flowers to give it some more texture and dimension so that way everything is not so flat. And then I'm just kind of maneuvering and finagling, love that word, my compass and flowers. That way I could get them to where I want them. And then also so that way the heart does not disappear. I have a piece from the die cuts that I cut that says my forever and +1 or something like that. So I'm going to add that in. And then I have some really tiny die cuts, hearts that I'm going to add in. And then I'm going to make my cluster over on the left hand side with the yellow, the orange flower, and then another little orange die cut that has a little saying on it. And I wound up ripping it up because I didn't like how much of the inside of the yellow heart was showing. So I just had to reposition it. That way you couldn't see that much of the inside, and then it'll be fine. I'll move on. Also decided to add a new product that I got from scrapbook.com, Pops of Color. They're kind of like Nuvo drops, same thing. So I'm just using some of those, and then I will be done with the spread. Just going to set it aside and let it dry. So adding some yellow pop color and then some of the Nuvo drops that are in light gold. All right, so this is 8.5 by 11, and this will go in my 8.5 by 11 binder because I have a few holes to fill. So I came up with a kind of fun design for this spread. I'm going to have a 4 by 6 section on the bottom left and the top right, and then I'm going to have a horizontal photo on the left and right, and then a photo that's vertical of my husband and then me on our bikes. And then I'm just kind of fill in the gaps with different pieces that I have cut out. And I'm also just sticking with the blues, the greens, and the grays. And as you can see here, I am just filling in with the different die cuts. And I decided for each of our bike photos, I'm going to put a label above and below them so that way I can journal a little bit. Now that I've kind of positioned everything, I am going to start putting it all together, adhering it all down. So putting down that photo, and then since I want to create a line, I put the label next and then the photo of my husband. And then I have that little postage stamp that's green, and then a little banner that says life is a great adventure with you or something like that. Then I'll put this 4x6 card, and then I'm just going to build a little bit of pieces behind it since I'm doing that with the main photo of my husband and I. So I kind of want to replicate and repeat that. So I crumpled up that tag that I had. I'm going to tilt the journaling card with the camera, and then I'm going to add a blue heart, and then I'm going to add some arrows. And in a second, I'm going to rip it up because I felt like the arrow was overlapping too much on the journaling card. I broke that blue heart, but that's okay, not a big deal. I'm just gonna cover it up with another heart die cut that I have. So I'm just gonna put those all back down, and then I am gonna pop dot the here we go. That was another piece that I hand fussy cut because it was not on any of the die cut sheets that you could use on your Cameo. So as you can see, I put a blue heart to cover up the tear of the other heart. And either way, it's not a big deal. One little oops in your layout is not the end all be all, right? Or however that saying goes. I am adding in my photo, the label above my photo, and then another trail photo that I have. And then I'm gonna start building this little clustering section for my main photo. I also tried to stick with the same type of pieces, so I have some more arrows. I crumpled another die cut, which is the compass. I have another 3x4 blue card that I'm going to put behind my photo, and then I have my main photo, and then I'm just going to add another heart that's kind of hollow, another postage stamp, and then another fun blue die cut that says adventures together, and then a gray circle die cut. Also going to glue in a few die cut hearts, and then add in some puffy sticker hearts as well, just to have another dimension to finish up this spread. That I really love how it came together and the overall design of the different pieces.
All right, so that is 2 projects with the Traci Reed and SB Designs Adventures Together kit, and so I hope you guys enjoyed seeing these 2 projects come to life. I had a lot of fun putting together this one and the grid design, and just documenting my bike rides with my husband, which I just love and I miss. The second project is the July opener page for my Citrus Twist album. So I have 2 projects all done and ready to be put in the albums, and I hope you enjoyed. I'd love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you are new to my channel. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.